is John, and we're going to start a series on how I go about restoring MGs. I hope to give you a different perspective, because I came into this blind. I'm an engineer. I do things a little bit differently than someone else might do. I know I have reviewed probably every YouTube video there is on restoring MGs and determined that some of them are useful, some of them are very not useful. And MG is a good first project car because they are so simplistic in nature. So it's certainly a good launching point for anyone wishing to restore a vehicle. My original goal was to restore a 1967 MGB, which is the MGB to own. If you Google it, what's the best one to have? That's the one where they worked out most of the kinks of the early chrome bumper MGBs. So we'll look at where I am on that restoration. But the first thing you need to understand is you've got resources that you can get every part on an MGB. There's Rimmer Brothers in Europe, and in the United States we have Moss Auto, and there's a couple of others where you can buy any part for an MGB, which is another good reason why it's a good car to get into it as a first starter, because you don't have to fabricate anything if you don't want to, or you can fabricate as much as you need to. The thing you need to understand is if you're going to do a restoration, you likely need a donor vehicle, one that doesn't run. Most of these cars were all made in the 60s and 70s, and they did not put any rust protection on them. And over here in the States, whether it was in New England where there's salt all over the roads or just in a humid atmosphere, the bodies are going to be rusted. It's very rare you're going to find one with a body intact. The majority of what you're going to be doing is body work, which means sheet metal work and thin sheet metal work. So welding is going to be a requirement. You're going to be cutting your own parts, bending them, that type of thing. Luckily, MGBs are not that expensive. I mean, a fully restored one is going to be around 40 grand. But more likely you're going to be less than $2,000 to buy your starter MGB, and even less than that if it's already been a donor car and maybe it won't have an engine in it. But if all you need is body panels, that might be fine for you. So get out there, look on Marketplace, Craigslist, whatever is available to you, and just see what's out there. But you will need a donor vehicle. They serve two purposes. One is to use as a road map as you're putting yours back together, and to take parts off that you can't find or that you don't feel like spending that much money on them. Another reason a donor vehicle, if you can find one that's fully intact, is if you start your restoration and you pull everything out, including the wire harnesses and the brake lines and everything, it's nice to have a donor vehicle that's semi-intact, so you can see how the cables were routed, what wires went to what components, that type of thing. So my goal in these videos is not so much to show you how to weld or to show you how to screw a bolt in. You do have to learn how to use the tools you need to do the restoration. Like most people that I've seen that take on an MGB restoration have never welded in their lives. I mean, it's a whole thing that you're going to get into, so just be ready for that. But if you think this is something you want to get into, and you think that my little introduction here is prompted you to stay with me further to see how I go about doing things versus the myriad of other that you can follow. But if you like my approach to how we're doing things, then certainly subscribe, like, and